Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and basically talk about Black Ops 4 and the multiplayer mode, only because I want to go ahead and ask one big question for today's video, and that is, does anyone at Treyarch even care about multiplayer at all? Because I'm sorry, you guys, as much as I love Black Ops 4 and as much as I think it has potential because of the way it plays and just everything that can go into the game, I still feel like that when it comes down to multiplayer, it's been very disappointing ever since the launch of the game up until now. Because when it comes to something like content, we have been not receiving as much as we expected to. Back at the reveal event for Black Ops 4 all the way in May of 2018, David Bondahar and basically the head of Treyarch came out and said that this game was going to be the most expansive game that they have ever made, and that it was going to be the most frequently updated game that they have ever made back at Treyarch in terms of the Call of Duty franchise. And well, when it comes down to the update part, they weren't lying, because we do technically get like an update every single week, but those updates in terms of multiplayer updates are very disappointing. I mean, how many times are we going to keep getting TDM 100 and then get it taken away from us? How many times are we going to get Safeguard added into the rotation and then taken away from us? How many times are we going to get like the Mosh Pit playlists and once again taken away from us? And when it comes down to like the most recent update we got for multiplayer, we got Blackjack's gun game. I'm pretty sure no one wants Blackjack's gun game as much as actual content, like maybe new maps or maybe new game modes that we haven't seen in a long time or haven't seen before. Something along the lines of that when it comes down to events such as like the winter event. Maybe like take an original map that's already in Black Ops 4 and give it a wintry theme, you know, something that actually makes us feel like an actual winter theme is occurring. Because I don't know about you guys, whenever the winter event was happening, the only thing that actually happened related to that event was that we got 25 extra tiers added to the supply stream under the contraband system of the black market, and that was pretty much it. That is not a winter event in my opinion. That's just a winter content drop with nothing exciting to it, because nobody wants to have stickers, nobody wants to have calling cards, no one even cares about that stuff as much as actual content that they can actually interact with and be enjoying with it, you know what I mean? Like I said, even if they took a map such as Summit, or I don't know, even something like Hacienda and turned it into a winter themed map. I mean, think about it, instead of the fountain in the middle of Hacienda, we could have like a big Christmas tree and have Christmas lights going across all of the house, or I don't know, something along the lines of that, right? Because it just seems very, very lackluster when it comes down to these events. If anything, World War II did an amazing job with their events. Not only was there a headquarters where you can go in and have like a little social space where you can interact with other players and just do a lot of different cool things, they also went ahead and revamped that headquarters and made it into basically a new setting based off of whatever theme they're trying to go for. And on top of that, they had new weapons that you can directly get if you had enough armory credits, which by the way were actual in-game currency that you can use to directly unlock weapons the moment they come to the game. And of course, you can go ahead and stack up on these armory credits by just simply playing the game or completing contracts or anything of the sort. Maybe even, you know, grabbing some orders from Major Howard and completing those orders and gaining those armory credits. Basically, you had a way to prepare yourself to get the new weapons as soon as they come to the game. While here in Black Ops 4, there's nothing of the sort. We don't have any sort of in-game currencies, even though I suggested that maybe we should, which by the way, I also made a video about, so if you guys haven't checked that out yet, I highly recommend you go ahead and do so. I basically talked about how they can go ahead and change the black market up and make it a little bit more better. But the point is, when a new weapon drop or weapons drops came into the game, we have to grind through the tiers, or basically pay a large amount of money to skip through all of those tiers to be able to finally get the weapon you have been looking forward to. I mean, the SWAT RFT assault rifle was one of the very first DLC weapons I couldn't wait to get my hands on, but I had to wait a good maybe 30-35 days after the event even came to the game to be able to actually unlock it and use it here in Black Ops 4. That is beyond ridiculous, right? On top of that, can we talk about the supply stream system within the black market for just a second? Why do we have so many gestures? Why do we have so many tags, calling cards, and all that kind of stuff? If anything, I would have rather have seen a lot more weapon camos, because think about it, you guys, how often have you actually, you know, taunted someone using a gesture within multiplayer? Maybe blackout would make more sense, but even then, I rarely ever see anyone do that. No one really cares if you taunt in Black Ops 4, and it was just something that I feel like was a cheap copy and paste content that they saw from like, I don't know, Fortnite. And I know that I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, but even I have to come out and say that that was something they just looked at Fortnite and went ahead and decided to bring over to their game just because it was successful in Fortnite. But they gotta remember, the way Fortnite was made was where you can use gestures like that and it would make sense. Here, that's not the case. And on top of that, let's talk about the Blackjack's shop. That's basically a copy and paste of the item shop in Fortnite that they went ahead and brought over to Black Ops 4. If they want to have something like Blackjack shop, they need to make Black Ops 4 free to play. That's final. That is a non-negotiable argument right there. I'm sorry, you can't have a Black blackjack shop, you know, charging us weapon variants for $10 and, you know, Takiao and Nikolai skins or whatever the heck it is for 800 COD points, which basically equal out to $8 and $10 for all of you guys who don't know, when the game's already costing you $60. Like, it should not be the case. If anything, there should be a severe reduction in price if you're gonna have the blackjack shop, if you already charge players for $60, or just make the game free to play. One or the other. You can't have a game that costs $60 and then, you know, charge us $2 for a reticle within the blackjack shop. That's beyond ridiculous. So I don't know, you guys, the point I'm trying to make here is that we need more content. And like I said, I would rather have weapon camos come to the game more than gestures and stickers and calling cards and all that kind of stuff. And if you guys think that, oh, maybe it's because they can't really think of that many different designs when it comes down to camos, like how many more designs can you possibly come up with, and how many more can you possibly, you know, put into one single content drop here in Black Ops 4? Well, if we actually go ahead and take a look at a game like Infinite Warfare, within I think like the first month or first 2 months after the game actually launched, they dropped a huge supply drop content, which included over 900 customizable items and I think over like 200-300 different weapon camos. And that was a huge content drop for a game that has only been out for like a month or two. Of course, in that situation, a lot of the fans backlashed at it because that was a whole different situation going on over there, which I won't get into too much detail. But the point is, if they can go ahead and drop over like 200 to 300 different weapon camos within like the first month of the game coming out, there's no way they can't at least drop 25 to 30 of them here in Black Ops 4 and just replace all the gestures with them, or basically anything else that's pretty much useless when it comes to the black market. I don't know, you guys, that's just me talking about content. I really feel like we need much more content. And speaking of that, I feel bad for every single one of you guys who basically bought the Black Ops pass. I was actually debating myself if I should buy the pass or not, just because it seemed like it was going to be a whole different system, you know, 12 multiplayer maps scattered throughout the year. It's not really going to be behind like DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4 like past Call of Duty season passes have been, and that there's going to be 4 new zombie experiences coming from time to time, or, you know, something like 4 blackout skins coming out from time to time. Instead, the game has only been out for like what, 4 months now, I believe. Not even 4 months. Wait, October, right? So November, December, January, February. Okay, yeah, so 4 months. So basically the game has been out for 4 months, right? And we've only gotten 2 multiplayer maps that aren't really even that great, 1 zombie map and 1 blackout skin. That is terrible for a game that's supposed to be getting updated quite frequently and be the most expansive game that, quote, Treyarch has ever made. So I don't know what's going on in the multiplayer department. I understand that when it came down to Christmas times, that even people at Treyarch need to take a break and, you know, spend time with their family. Hey, I'm all for that, you know, family is everything. So I totally understand that, but still, when it comes down to delivering on content, this is inexcusable. It's very disappointing, especially when you're trying to make a game that's supposed to last for 3 full years. And here's the thing, right? What if, and I repeat, what if their claim is that, oh, the reason why that we aren't really dropping as much content is because the game is supposed to be planned to go on for 3 years, and that means that we're not really going to get as much content in the first year, and it's going to be scattered throughout the 3 years. If that's the case, that is the most biggest disappointment to ever hear from a developer that makes Call of Duty. And it would be honestly one of the most weirdest explanations ever. Once again, this is just my assumption. Treyarch has never said this, but I'm just saying, if I ever hear something like that, that's really, really outrageous, because how are you going to make a 3-year game and then say that the content that's supposed to come out in that first year is just going to get scattered throughout the next 3 years? No. If anything, the first year is the year you should be dropping the most content, because first of all, that's where the most active Call of Duty players are going to be playing that current Call of Duty until the next year, where the next Call of Duty comes out, which most likely in this case is probably going to be Modern Warfare 4, which will steal fans away from Black Ops 4. Yeah, because of that simple fact, Treyarch needs to be dropping the most content in the first year and then kind of slow it down after year 2. But once again, you guys, that's just my assumption. Treyarch has never said anything like this, so I don't know. But the point is, multiplayer desperately needs something. I mean, there are rumors about DLC 2 coming out really soon, which include 2 more maps, and I will go ahead and make another video talking about that if you guys are interested in that. But the point is, we need to have much more frequent content drops. We need to have actual content that people can actually enjoy using. We need to make events mean something rather than just having more stuff being jammed into the black market. I don't know, you guys. This is where I'm going to go ahead and ask you, what do you guys think? What should Black Ops 4 do to make the multiplayer experience better? We should all go ahead and share our ideas down in the comment section below, in case out of a miracle someone from Treyarch is watching this, which I doubt, but still, let's go ahead and voice our opinions. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in today's video. Just wanted to do like a mini ranting type of video where I'm expressing basically how I feel about multiplayer and just all that kind of stuff, and basically everything I said was from the top of my head. So if it seems like that the video was kind of out of like order or just all over the place, I apologize, but I truly wanted to go ahead and just kind of rant in front of the mic and talk about why I'm kind of disappointed with multiplayer this year. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to to stay connected. Links will always be in the description below, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. So take care of yourselves, and bye.